good evening. Welcome to everyone. Sorry, I've just realized the fan was still on blowing. So, hey, how's it going? Great to see you jumping in early. I know the time zone has shifted for some of you, and I wanted to discuss that with you as well. But if you've got any questions, YouTube live streaming, that kind of thing, feel free to drop them in. I may not have the answer, but I might be able to direct you to somewhere that does. So one of the things I wanted to talk about, is there an echo? Let me know if there's an echo. I don't quite see how, but there could be. There could be. Let me know in the chat. But one of the things I wanted to say was that. Oh, hang on. Is anybody else getting an echo or just Geology Dude? Sound is 5x5. Doug says it's fine. Okay, so Matt, you might have two windows open. Just double check you've only got the one window open. For YouTube, you might have it open somewhere else. You might have clicked a link and then gone to YouTube. So what I wanted to talk about is, because of the time zone shift for those of you in the US, I wanted to find out if this was a better time, or if last time's time was a better time, because I can be a little bit flexible on these Monday mornings. So if I need to stream a little bit later to make it better for you all, I absolutely can. But just let me know. Let me know in the chat. So maybe we should run a poll. Let's just add that as a poll. Start a poll. Should we change the stream time? Oh, you're all good now? Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Oh, I'm trying to work out how to word it, because yes, no. 7 p.m. Eastern. Yes. 6 p.m. is fine. Alrighty. There we go. Poll is started. Well, starting. It's coming soon. So we'll leave that running for the chat. So I've been away from streaming here for the last couple of weeks. We've just had last week was both a mix of not feeling great, but also busy with work. So sometimes I do have to make that call. And I'm sure we're all the same. But when it comes to live streaming, like, I like to have like the set time. So it's like, oh, I could have streamed it 5 hours later, but 5 hours later, some of you are already in bed, So, so I tend to just, like, if I can't stream at my proper time, or within, a few minutes of that time, then I'm usually going to pull the pin. So yeah, I'm very sorry, and I've missed you all so much. Like just our chats and hanging out, and like getting the cool questions, and being, sometimes being put on the spot. Let's be honest. But yeah, so it's just been a little bit. It's a little bit up in the air. Work is quite busy at the moment. Hopefully, I'm kind of hoping it stays busy, but it probably won't. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how it goes. Let's have a look here. Livestream consultant says, good afternoon, Chantelle. Great to see you. Oh, have I killed a widget? I can't bring the comments on screen. Let me see what I've done here. Have I muted? Let me just look. Have I? Oh yeah, look at that. There we go. It's amazing what happens. No? Social stream comments? Huh. Nope. Geology Dude is in the house. Oh, there they are. They're tucked over to the side somewhere. I don't know why they're so big, and don't know why they're all the way over there. Let's fix that. Go. Want them like that big, and bring it back down here. There we go. Bring them down a little bit more, but at least they're on the screen now, like at least they're on the screen. Let's take that for what it is. Alrighty. So live stream consultant, your comment didn't get to come up, so let's bring that back. Doug's in the house. Just got home from taking pictures. Hey Dimmy, good to see you. Thanks for jumping in. Yeah, that was pretty mega huge. I don't know what I'd done there. I made it very big. the poll is running. Livestream consultant says the chat commands have died also. Really? I'm seeing, are you sure? Let's see. I'll see if list comes up. Huh. Oh no, there they are. I'm not quite sure which chat commands you're after. We'll see. Oh, you're after coffee. Is coffee still there? I'll have to check. Maybe some of the, because sometimes they change the links and some of the, because the duet's working, the princess worked. So I'll have to check. I do actually have coffee today in my Yeti. We've got, okay, so we can hydrate. We can have water, but we can't have coffee. I'm going to have to look at that. Maybe it's Jif has moved. Because the software just goes and grabs the Jiffy link. So if the Jiffy link changes, I'll have to check that one because we need the coffee one, right? We really do. We really do. So how have you all been? Has any, like I know Doug streamed on Saturday. So, you know, geez, I like that one. That's such a cool one, honestly. So Doug streamed Saturday, dropping like so much news all at once because it had been like not massive weeks, but lots and lots of little things. I'm trying hard, Doug, trying hard to not get distracted. I'm failing miserably because I love the GIFs, which is why they're in. But I do get distracted by them because I'm like, ooh, I wonder what they're doing that for. Anyway, so Doug dropped a pile of YouTube news. So I'm not sure if you've noticed, but here in this chat, I've been manually removing the leaderboard each week when I remember. It'd be nice if there was a way to be like, I never want this, like rather than from stream to stream to stream. But at least I can drop it out from stream to stream to stream. Now, if you yourself don't want to be included in leaderboards as individuals, you can opt out as well. So the streamers now can opt out, which I think is fantastic on a stream by stream basis. Look, I just want to point out you guys are not helping. The poll is at 50-50. I've had no luck with polls this week. Let's just say that. So being able to opt out of the leaderboard, I think, is actually good. Like I know YouTube have dropped us a lot of features over the last few weeks, a lot of features. Let me know in the chat if you've found that quite a lot of these features are things that you never wanted and never asked for, and yet things that we are asking for still haven't happened, like hello tagging on mobile. Like, is this the new ABC split testing where we just get to keep asking for it for years and years and years and years, and then eventually they just go, oh yeah, by the way, this is ready? Because I mean, and I'm sure I've harped on about this before because have you met me? But I just don't understand why it's so hard on mobile. Like if they're going to put managing moderator tools on mobile only, which that's a whole nother issue. That should also be desktop. But if they're going to make that mobile only, then should they not also make it so the moderators can, at least the moderators can tag, but I'd prefer it if everybody could tag, honestly. If they can make one group of people be able to tag, they should be able to get everybody in, right? Anyway. Livestream Consultant says, running a practical hard test on a new Ryzen 9 7900X system for streaming to replace a 6-year-old streaming system with your live stream today. The OBS is almost completely set up. That is so awesome. That's a pretty solid upgrade. That's a pretty solid upgrade. I hope that it does really, I mean, it's going to be way better than a 6-year-old thing. You're definitely going to notice the difference. Yeah, mobile tagging is the elephant in the room. Absolutely it is. Absolutely it is. Obviously, I'm not engineer YouTube technical. Otherwise, I'd be able to be like, well, it's much more difficult than you think, which it probably is. So, you know. Hey, the Artist Haven, great to see you. How's everything going? How's everything going? I heard Nick talk about your peanut brittle, and now I'm like, I need, I'm not going to be able to get any of your peanut brittle, so maybe you could sneak me the recipe so I could make some to try it. But actually, it's probably still not going to work because our sugars are different in Australia versus the USA. And I'm like, also like, it's, that's her recipe. That's her special recipe. But anyway, there's no magic smoke yet. Well, that's positive. Like, is that the goal, for it not to smoke? Like, I'm thinking the bar's set quite low there. The bar's set quite low. Didn't we once have mobile tagging? I don't know. I don't know. I can't think off the top of my head. Did anybody else think that we once had it? Because look, I know that you can, if you type out the whole name, it does tag the person. But by the mobile tagging, I'm talking about just being able to start typing the name and then have it autofill, like have the list of who's in the chat with names similar and then choose one. That's what I'm thinking of. So yeah, it's I don't know. I don't think we have. Amazing Yacht Destinations is in the house. Great to see you. Good morning. Good morning. This is the one I wanted to click. Good to see you. Bright and early for you as well. So the mobile tagging thing still not a thing. Lots of new things happening for vertical live streaming. I don't vertical live stream. I should possibly look into that more, but I find that the few times that I have vertical live streamed, the comments area was awful and the payoff wasn't great enough to deal with that mental load. So, yeah, it's, I don't know. I'm probably not going to go back to, I might run more tests for vertical live streaming, but I'm probably not going to lean into vertical live streaming. It's not really, I don't know, like we all have our different things, right? Like there are phenomenal shorts creators and there are phenomenal long form creators. There are some magical people who do well at both. There are phenomenal live streamers and then phenomenal vertical live streamers, but I haven't seen a good crossover of those who do both well yet. It's still new. So, they probably just need some more time. The Artisan Haven says, I thought it went away when they took away the click on the name and find their channel thing. Maybe I'm misremembering. I don't know. Like, I remember when we got the channel thing back as moderators, which I was super happy about. I don't know. Absolutely no magic smoke is a huge win on these newer higher performance systems. You never know when a power cable is going to melt off a newer GPU. Good point. That's actually a great point. Hey, live stream learning. Oh, I've just realized we've got tags in the chat here. So John Lacey, great to see you. I'm waiting for it to hit. I think I'm doing more shorts with the new channel. It would make sense to do both. Yeah, I don't know. I did notice that we had tags for Doug's stream and then channel handles for Doug's stream and my stream today. But then we had display names for Nick. So they're still testing that. What do you think? Do you prefer the channel handle or the channel display name appearing in a live stream? I personally, mine are the same. So it's no biggie for me. I was able to, like for both Fiberific and Chantelle Hills, I was able to secure both of those. So I don't, I don't think it's, for me, it's no biggie. Like there's no spaces. That's the biggest thing for Chantelle Hills. There's no space in the middle. But other than that, it's no biggie for me, but I'm very curious to see what you said. John says he thinks he prefers the display name. Yeah, because there was a limit of characters on handles, wasn't there? So if you had a long display name, you would have had to adjust yours up. So yeah. Yeah. Let's have a look here. You can send me the formula, but have to scale it down for home use. We can translate it from there for it to work for you. Wow. That would be well, because that's a good point. You're making like large batches, and I'm like, I just want a little bit. Man, I really felt the FOMO this year, and I don't know if it was worse because I was like moderating the live chat, so I got to every now and again I'd see someone walking across the camera. I'm like, I know that. Oh my god, I'd be messaging people. I saw you. But yeah, so I don't know. I think that made it worse. And then, like the artist Haven was there with her new her new channel and her new goodies. And, lots of people I know that didn't make it till last year that got there this year. It was the FOMO was real. I really would like to try and make it next year, I think. We'll see how everything's going. It's a long way off. But the dates have changed. It's not the same week, okay? It's the weekend before it was last year. So keep that in mind. Call me old-fashioned. But if I get a vertical live stream, I try to go horizontal. And if not possible, I go and watch something else. Yeah, I'm going to be honest, even in my swipings, the only live streams I've really seen are people playing like mobile games, and I am so not interested in that I just keep swiping. I haven't really, like, other than knowing someone I know is testing something on vertical, I haven't really found a vertical live stream that I'm interested in watching. Yeah, I don't know what that is. It's obviously the kind of content I watch is probably not really being done on vertical. So I don't know. A live stream consultant says mine is the same, so I don't care either way. That's where I'm at. Both the same for me. I don't mind either way. The Artisan Haven says I don't really notice a difference in the names. John says all of my YouTube chat goes through the Mix It Up chat bot, so it actually keeps stats and chat history on individual people and can link to their profile. Oh, so it's a third party thing that you're noticing the difference with. All right. I get that. You'll have even more for next year, so you're not going to miss out. It should be later in October, so it's not so hot. We've finally gotten down to comfortable temperatures now. We're heating up. It's getting quite hot here. Where are we at right now? We've been having some serious storms. I'm just going to open this up and see where we're at. It is 9 o'clock in the morning, and it's 27. Feels like it's 27.7 and feels like 29.6. So let me just do some converting. I'm going to my calculator. We're going to convert temperatures. Are we going to convert? There we go. Convert temperature from Celsius to Fahrenheit. Okay, so for some reason I was doing something with 3078. So let's try again. So what do we say? It feels like 29, which is 29 point something, which is 85 at 9 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, that's awful. Oh, and it's really humid. That's the other thing. Where are we at humidity wise? We are currently at, it's actually not too bad. 71% humidity. It feels worse. It feels like there's more humidity. So, and we've had some hail the size of cricket balls. So, 14 centimeters, which is coming up to 5 inches, like just between 4 and 5 inch balls of hail going through people's windows. That's a fun one. That's a fun one. I've been very lucky here. We've kind of got like this mountain where the storms have to split to go around it, and we're just on the other side of it. Like, we don't have any beautiful mountain views, but like weather-wise, we're out of the way of a lot of it. So a lot of the suburbs around us get hit, but we don't really get we do get hail, but we don't get it as severely as other areas. Yeah, the humidity is high again. Oh yeah, Halloween was pretty dramatic here with the rain and the thunder and the lightning. I can imagine. I had a guy doing an OBS setup and programming in vertical on mobile, could not go horizontal, so I just left. Oh, there you go. It's 22 in Austin right now at 5:20 p.m. That sounds lovely. That's the early 20s. They're my favorites. They're my favorite temperatures. The sort of 18 to 22. That's the sweet spot. I love that spot. That's winter for me. That's my winter. Yeah. It's currently 79 here in New Mexico. I learned that in Vietnam, to get a loan or to buy a home, you may need to submit a form to prove that you have been. Oh, I'm not quite sure where you're going with that. So no. We don't get that, but we get winds. It did flood south of us this summer. People lost their lives because of the levee flooded. That made the news here in Australia, that one. That was pretty sad. That was very sad. Happy November, Stanley Orchard. Great to see you. Great to see you. It's super easy to do horizontal and vertical at the same time in the OBS studio with Atom vertical plugin, but I've never really done it. Is that the one you were testing out, Doug? The Atom, I mean, I could be pronouncing that terribly wrong. I'm very sorry, Brand, if that is not how you say it. But yeah, I think that's the one that you were doing. Lots of good evenings to Stanley Orchards. Stanley, I love your LinkedIn feed. Honestly, I try to catch every post that you make. I think that I love how you write, I suppose, which is why I have your book. So yeah, so I think keep writing. Keep writing. I like it. Jean Gent 9237, welcome. Good to see you. If you've got any YouTube questions, please drop them in the chat. We're just having a bit of a chin wag. Now, I should warn everybody, I do have a hard out today. I even have an alarm set so if I get sidetracked, I've got appointments this morning and then appointments this afternoon. So I crammed a lot into my Monday, which is like my work Sunday, so that I could hit the ground running tomorrow. And I have to take, my MacBook Pro has to go to the doctor. So I'm having my very first Genius Bar appointment this afternoon. So yeah, that should be interesting. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be a total nothing burger. Well, except for I hope they fix it. I'm having some issues with it. It keeps bleeping at me, and then the fan goes crazy. So. I'm like, dude, I need this. I'm trying to do some video edits and I really want to use the M3 Pro chip, not my M1 Mac Mini, if it's all the same. So like the renders are taking forever on the Mac Mini. So yeah, no, I don't play Minecraft. I do appreciate the game. I think it's a good game. I love the creativity in it. I just personally haven't played. My daughter was very, very hardcore into it, and it was grown if I took any interest in it. So yeah. So let's have a look. Chantelle, I hold you in very high regard, and I thank you for the kind words. It is very much appreciated. Oh, you're very welcome. Just take it out to the range and yell Paul very loud. Oh, no. This computer costs nearly as much as my daughter's car. I would like for it to last a little bit longer than 12 months, if that's all the same. Leanne, it's so good to see you. Good to see you. Doug says, I used to play but got busy doing YouTube. Wouldn't it be fun? It may not be fun, but wouldn't it be fun if we had like a creator server where we could just go in and just chill and build stuff and do other Minecraft, I don't even know, do other Minecraft things, but as a group? Like I know that there's like some creators who go and play Fortnite together and stuff like that just for winding down, but I'm not really a first person shooter kind of player. I like more constructive games. Like I like Stardew Valley. I think Stardew Valley is fun. I'm also, I have to uninstall it. Like, okay, I'm going to play for a bit, then uninstall it because otherwise I'll just keep playing it. And I don't have time for that. Jean says that they're 9 years old and they've been playing Minecraft since they were 3. That's a lot of years. That's 2/3 of your life. That is awesome. I would join that group and have a blast. I think it would be fun. I think it's especially like if some of us like me are needing to like learn So I think that could be a lot of fun. Livestream consultant says, I haven't been much of a gamer since Doom 2 as a kid. See, for me, I was a Heretic player. And Settlers. That's not Settlers of Catan. It's just Settlers. They were the games I played. So Heretic was like a first-person shooter based off Doom that used more different kinds of weaponry, and that one was fun, like balls of lightning and stuff like that. So and bows and arrows. So, got into that. That was fun. So that's a first person shooter, but it's not technically guns. So I don't know. Live stream consultant said, I don't play any games like Doug. I'm too busy. And if I did, it would be a flight sim. That's the thing. I was going to blame the username versus display name, but in fairness, Chantelle has always confused me for live stream consultants. And you both got live stream both right there at the start. I'm sorry, John. I'm sorry. I don't mean to confuse it, but and I appreciate you both jumping in. But yeah, I am sorry about that. And I can imagine it would be frustrating. You write a comment and I say someone else has said it, and I am sorry about that. But yeah, I don't know, when it comes down to finding time for games and things like that, I understand, having short amounts of time and needing to prioritize things is, because it's not just YouTube and work. There's also family and housework and other commitments and things like that. But I find that when I make time for something that's not work and not the necessary tasks. So whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Like a flight simulation game or something like that. I'd still crash. I'd crash and die in a flight simulation game, I think. I still think that it's important for your own brain to let it do something that's not important. To just let you do something that's just for fun. I really, as an example, when I first had to shut down the Fibrific sort of business as such, I only crocheted and knitted using the knitting needles and hooks that I sold. I only used the yarns that I sold. I only posted images on my social media of projects where I was using products that I sold, which I only sold a very small proportion of what was available. When I made that decision to shut all that down, when I was put into the position where I needed to make the decision to shut all that down, it was very hard because a lot of what I was doing, even off the clock, was technically for work social media. So then going in and needing to find something else to do, I was like, one day I was just sort of sitting there and I was crocheting on something, and I was like, I should probably post a photo. I still have my socials, and I'm not planning on shutting those down. And I was like, oh, but and then I remembered it didn't matter anymore. I could just post whatever I was working on, and the actual level of joy shifted in the positive. And it was so much more fun for me posting about stuff I was working on, because I chose it because I wanted to work on it, not because it was a product I sold. And I know that, depending on what you're doing, that's a luxury you can't always afford. But I really noticed a massive shift for myself and in my own brain when I was able to do that. And I think it's important that we all have something in our lives that's not work, that's not commitments, that's just something to chill and relax. Whether you're a bushwalker or you fly or whatever it is, you just need to find something to unwind with. Let's have a look. Yeah, you guys, your avatars are totally different, and I don't know why I get them mixed up, but I do, and I'm sorry. I am sorry. John says, I have 3 little emulators that I never got to play, the Commodore 64, the Atari, and the NES. I've got an Atari emulator. I have not plugged in years. I should see if it still works. Live streaming So John, live streaming with John Lacey, says, I got myself a DJI Osmo Pocket 3 recently, and it came with the mic too, and I bought a handle for it, and even found someone on AliExpress who flocked my logo onto the windshield for it. Really? That's fun. Wow. And that is very inexpensive. Gosh. Yes, Jean, we can see the comment, but it's not really relevant to the, like, we see you. And if you are really 9 years old, you need to be really cautious that YouTube just doesn't boot you out. In Australia, it's actually, like, which is where I'm from, it's actually coming up to become not allowed for children under 16 to have social media. And on YouTube, you're not supposed to be here without a parent under 13. So I advise caution. John says decompressing is important. Decompressing is important. And you need to find something that works for you. And everyone's different, and everyone will have something else that they will, that will work for them. But it is very important to find something, whether it's in cooking. Like, some people love cooking and baking, and some people love gardening, and there's always these little extra hobbies that are away from your computer as well. I like to knit and crochet, like while I'm waiting for renders. I've been making a blanket, so I'm up to here. So it's a very short blanket so far. It's a full blanket width, boom. But it will keep a foot warm, maybe a short foot, but. And that's what I have here, so that I can have something to do with my hands while I'm waiting, and keep my mind sort of. And I think about other stuff, and I'll throw on like an X-Files or something like that. I've started watching X-Files again from the start. Oh my gosh, they're such little young babies. I understand that Jean. Most people in this chat aren't in Australia, but you're in the US and you're still under 13, and the US. The rules for YouTube is under 13, and you don't get to have your own YouTube account without a parent consent. So I'm just saying, you just need to exercise caution. John says, I have the X-Files DVD box set. I need to set aside 6 months to rewatch it all. There is so much, isn't there? So I have box sets of lots of things, but not of X-Files, funnily enough. It's been, what am I watching it on? I think it's on Disney here in Australia, like Disney Plus. I'm not sure. Different countries have got different rights to the different. I'm so buy the physical media people. Then you've always got it when you want it. But it was one of those things. Oh, it's their. You're right, Doug. It's not their account. That's their mum's account. So when I'm saying Gene, it's probably his mum rather than him. So yeah, I get that. My idea of decompressing is piling a couple of 1,000 pounds of aluminium and steel through the air about 50 feet off the ground. Is that 50 feet? I think that's feet. 50 feet off the ground at 120 kts through a river canyon. I was thinking 50 feet seemed quite low, but now that you're going through a river canyon, I understand that. Yeah, so, and that's the thing, you decompress piloting because you're a pilot. It's a lot of fun. So having that thing, having that's something that you do, really? Gosh. Willow was a Disney Plus exclusive, but they decided it was too expensive to license. So now it's basically impossible to watch, and it was never released on physical media except on bootlegs. Oh, Disney in Australia no longer it is Disney. Disney have Marvel, is that right? I think I've got this. I could have it right around the wrong way. But basically, Disney no longer release their physical media in Australia at all. So if we want DVDs or Blu-rays of any of those sorts of things, we need to order them from overseas, and hope that we order it from the right country that has the same regions as us. So like there's a different region for DVD and a different region for Blu-rays. So you got to make sure you're buying from the right countries, because they just don't release them in Australia. It's so frustrating. I don't even know why. It'd be money. Money'd be why. But yeah, it's annoying. Yeah, that's Artist Haven. I'm with you. That's a bit of a heck no from me as well. Like, yeah. I'm glad he enjoys that, and he can go off and do that. For me, it's that complete singular focus that does it for me. Everything else goes out the window when flying like that. Yeah. Yep. I get that. That's, yeah. So look, just to bring it back to yarn, because that's my happy place. I have different projects for different things, right? We call some things mindless projects, which is what that blanket is, where you can just put it down and then not think about it and just sort of pick it up and keep working on it when something else is going on. But then we have other projects that are not mindless projects, which are like intricate lace work, color work, cables, things like that, where every stitch on every row could be changing, and you really do just have to sit and concentrate and have the pattern and be working on it and go from there. And those projects I can just get lost in so fast. I'd be really cautious. I have to set alarms and timers so I don't just sit there and doing that all day long. So yeah. Oh, I can imagine it would be very thrilling. The Artist Haven says, if it's not on YouTube, I probably haven't seen it in the last 6 years. I get Netflix for 1 month to binge watch Stranger Things, and that's the best I can do. I'll tell you something. A friend of mine sent me a message like, hey, have you tried cancelling Disney Plus lately? And I was, no, not Disney Plus, Paramount Plus. And I was just like, oh, no, I haven't. Why? And she just went, go and try to cancel your account. So I went to go to cancel my account just to see what happens, because usually you can hit cancel and they're always like, are you sure? So you can always back out of it, which I was in the middle of a series, so it was a risk, right? A calculated risk. I got offered a 50% discount for the next year. So I was just like, wait, what? Is that going to just, like, because I pay annually, and so my annual is not coming up until like December or something. And it's got it locked in for when that payment comes through, I'll pay 50% for the next year. So I was just like, I'll take a year of Paramount Plus for 50 Australian dollars. Thanks. I'd rather take a kayak down that river than a plane. Okay. Well, that's the thing. Kayaking might be your thing. That might be your thing. I don't know which one I like the least. The terrifying plane trip or the possibility of being dumped out and head smashed into a rock. I don't know. Both seem... Actually, do you know what I've just realised? It just means I am not an adrenaline junkie. That's what it is. I'm not that person who needs that level of scariness. But you guys are, and that's okay. Like, because we're all different, and we all have different things that drive us and different things that send us on, adventures. It's definitely not for me. Everyone is so adventurous. I'm more of a look at my phone from the comfort of my couch person. I'm with you. Like, I can craft anywhere I like, really. And I like my couch. I have a Nest, and I like it there. That's my favorite place to craft. And I like crafting. I go out with friends and craft with friends, and that's fun too. But my favorite place to craft is on my couch with my TV and my phone and my laptop. Everything's all around me, so I can do whatever it is that I want to do. So, yeah. There are guys that will water ski down the river. Oh my gosh. I did that for my Walmart Plus, which has Paramount Plus with the commercials, and I went to cancel it and got it for 50% off. I know, and sometimes I'll just test things out every now and again. I'm an avid Prime user. I love using Prime, A, because I shop Amazon way too much, but also B, I like Prime Video. It has a lot of shows that I like, and I've realized over the years that if I needed to go in and cancel some things, it would be Prime Video would be second last and YouTube Premium would be last out of like subscription sort of viewing experiences. So I'd get rid of Disney, I'd get rid of Paramount, and I'd get rid of Netflix. They would be the first three to go. And then it would be a hard choice to get rid of Prime. So every now and again, I'll go into the others. Like, and even in Prime, sometimes like they'll have a special for an extra. You know how they have those like BritBox and stuff like that. And I love British TV. So when they have those specials, I'll go in and grab those specials. And then, you know, usually you go to cancel them after the special is over and they'll offer it to you for half price for another couple of months. And I'm like, okay, I'll have it at half price. So take the bargains. Take the bargains. Yeah, look, I'm with you on that one as well. If it's perfectly good aircraft that can land, then it's landing with me on board. And the thought of putting my life in the hands of some rubber bands, admittedly very thick rubber bands, that's a no. That's a no from me as well. I wouldn't do the kayak, but if I had the choice, I'd stay on the ground at least, kind of. Yeah. Look, I've done some stuff. I've been hot air ballooning, which I loved. I have parasailed, which was a lot of fun. Yeah, and skied. Skied. It was poor man skiing, right? It was surfboard at the back of a boat with a square thing. That was one of my sort of too close experiences with the shark, so that has jaded that a little bit. Like when you look down and the water's so clear and beautiful and you watch a shark is just swimming, tracking you, you kind of freak out a bit. So yeah. John says, is there anything worth watching on Prime Video? Look, I think there's plenty of stuff. There's plenty of stuff, Prime Video Australia. So yeah, I think that definitely go and have a look. Definitely look at it. I don't know if we have similar tastes in TV. So, you know, but I find a lot of stuff on Prime Video to watch. Especially coming up to Christmas, because I am a Christmas movie junkie. And my family hate it. And I'll walk around the house around sort of this time of the year going, Christmas movies. And they'll be like, no. And like try to run out to the lounge room to beat me to the couch. Usually I sing it from the lounge room in my chair, so I win. So yeah, so it's one of those things where, you know, everyone has different tastes in their content. And it's the same for YouTube as well. You know, like just to bring it around a little bit. We all have different tastes in content. We all have different tastes in formats. And that's not to say any format is better than the others. They are just maybe not to your taste. And just to keep that in mind, like, you know, like I have to remind myself every now and again, because I'm like, oh, I'm not a big fan of shorts. But in saying that, then I will go and you know, just like doom scroll on Instagram and on Facebook and just watch all the little short videos in there for ages. Oh, hello. Welcome to my desk. Keep moving. Keep moving. Go to your spot. No, you can't sit there. Thank you. Behind the monitor. Jeepers. Cat glitter everywhere. Livestream consultant says, hot air balloon was too quiet for me. When the propane burner was going off, the landings were a bit rough for my test. I agree with you. Our landing was not awesome. It was not awesome. Oh, I love that. I got a Yippee-ki-yay Christmas t-shirt from Target and I cannot wait to wear it on Christmas Day. I'm with you. It is a Christmas movie. It is deserving of a Christmas t-shirt. I just realized why he came up so fast, because the dog was behind him. Now he's all flustered. You're right. Like Louise just turned around and walked away. Like, well, my job here is done. Look, I'm actually just gonna there we go. So, Jean, we don't repeat comments over and over and over again here in this chat. I've timed you out for a bit. Oh, it looks like Leanne's timed you out for a lot longer than I did. It's all good. You can still watch, but like the comments need to not just be repetitive over and over again. That's spam, and we don't do spam here. Yeah, it is a Christmas movie. I agree. I mean, I can't really talk about keeping it on topic as such, not that we are, but just the spamming the same comments over and over again, that's not on. Goodness me. So, what we do here is we treat our audience and our chat how we would like other chats to be as well. So, we don't allow spam, we don't allow bad language. We keep it PG-13. So I'm just having a little look here at our poll. If everybody who is here, has everybody who's here voted on our poll? That's all right, Leanne. I could see the frustration in the number of seconds. The artist haven says I'm more of a Nightmare Before Christmas kind of person. Oh no, give me the hallmarks, all of them, every one of them, even the ones I've watched. I'll watch them all again. That's why I need to start watching earlier and earlier in the year, because I've got so many of them that I want to watch. I've got the old trusty old favorites that I want to watch again, and then the new ones, which I don't know if we get. You're right. Seriously. Keep moving. You can't sit there. Thank you. So yeah, we all have our favorites. So that begs the question, are we going to do a New Year's Eve live stream? Well, that depends. Are we talking your New Year's Eve or my New Year's Eve? Because, well, they're different, aren't they? They are different. I'll hit 2026 before everyone else. I tend to, I have a history of sitting down and watching New Year's Eve live streams because it might be a bit different now that my daughter's getting older, but historically, my husband and I, we don't go out for New Year's Eve anymore. Quite often he's needed to work New Year's Day, so he's off to bed fairly early. And so I'm sort of sitting up by myself watching the lame ABC concert, which is it just me, or is that getting worse every year? The last couple of years I've just been like, I don't know why I'm doing this. And then I just sit and I'll have a beverage and just generally I'll load up a game and craft, or don't usually craft, but I'll load up a live stream on the TV and a game on my laptop and just sit there and play. Let's look here. John says, I love to watch the Muppets Christmas Carol each year. There you go. See, we have our favorites. One thing I haven't watched that I hear a lot about is It's a Wonderful Life. That's a Christmas movie that's pretty popular in the US. It's like a real old one. Not seen it. But yeah, I've heard some quotes from it and I like some of the quotes, but I've never actually sat down and seen it. Doug says I've not looked at the calendar yet. Like, what day is New Year's this year? I don't even know. Let me look at a calendar. I mean, it's November, it's December. So New Year's Day is a Thursday. So New Year's Eve would be a Wednesday evening for me. So yeah, I don't know. We would have to look. Still got a little bit of time before we decide. But yeah, it would be like, am I going to do a New Year's Eve live stream for you, or am I going to do one for me? Oh, Miracle on 34th Street. That's one that I've. Oh, the 94 version. Who's in that one? I don't know. I'm gonna have to look it up. And sort of and look at that and see how that's going. We've so not talked YouTube today, have we? We just went straight into, we've got time crunch. Let's just skip all the YouTube and go straight to chatting about fun stuff, which I actually love. And I love that you're all here for it as well, and that you're throwing in your favorite movies and your favorite Christmas movies and things as well. So I'm not just out here on my own being totally off topic. I've nearly finished my coffee here. Luckily, I had to put it in the Yeti. My husband made it for me about half an hour before the stream, and he was like, why are we putting it in the Yeti? You're going to drink it before then. I'm like, no, I'm not. The artisan consultant says, my birthday is a little bit between Christmas and New Year, so I'm always a little bit dreading that time of year. Oh, that would be hard. Yeah, that would be a hard time because your birthday's in limbo week. My brother's birthday's just after New Year's and he hates it because it was just like everyone was away on holidays and stuff. So, oh, it's the Mara Wilson one. Okay, I can picture that now. I'll have to. That should be one I should watch. I should watch that one. Which of the streaming services lets you do watch parties? There's one of them that'll let you do a watch party, and I can't remember which one it is. That'd be pretty cool if Miracle on 34th Street was on that, and that we could have a watch party. Let me look. Watch party. Netflix is who does it. I knew there was one who did it. Live stream consult says I can relate to that. My birthday is the 4th of July. It was sucked when I was younger, but now that you're older, you're kind of like, I get a holiday for my birthday every year. Like, I don't have to plan days off. But yeah. Yeah, so Discord, you can do it with YouTube videos. You're right. Yep. But no, I knew one of the streaming services did a watch party, and it looks like it's Netflix and Hulu as well. But I don't have Hulu. Do we have Hulu here? I think we're just starting to get Hulu as part of something else now. Yes, that's right. You like fireworks. Fireworks are illegal here. Like, no, you're not allowed to, as individuals, have fireworks. Like, there's companies that can have them to do displays and stuff like that. But as individuals, we're not allowed to purchase them and we're not allowed to set them off. I mean, that doesn't stop some people from getting them from somewhere and doing it, but in the state that I live in, they're illegal. Big part of it is because prone to bushfires, and fireworks are wicked bad at starting bushfires. Keep Mariah Carey at bay for as long as you can. Keep her in the freezer. She was here in Australia. She's like, my daughter went to a concert in the CBD and she was there. Does Canberra still have the weird fireworks laws? I don't know, honestly. Possibly. Canberra has lots of weird laws that the other states don't have. Oh, nice. For us, we can purchase instead of fireworks all year round if we like. There you go. Yeah, but look, there's still people that do it. You hear them go off every now and again here, and you hear the and the poof and the lights, and it's just a couple because you know that like someone's calling the cops, like someone's reporting them, so they don't set off heaps. They normally do it in the middle of the street, so it's safer. So it's on tarmac, like on bitumen, rather than in someone's backyard. But yeah, they're not allowed. They're not allowed. But not to say we don't get some amazing fireworks displays. We absolutely do. We get something called River Fire here. So, which is this phenomenal fireworks display that we have every year. So, yeah, you do need to be careful with that stuff. The sheer number of people you see doing a gender reveal party with fireworks burning down an entire forest is insane. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you live in a desert state. Yeah. Yeah. I live in subtropics. So we have and it's subtropics. So, it's not wet all year round. Can't hardly get the dirt to burn. True. I'm not sure what the reasons like behind the laws of no fireworks here are, or whether it was a personal safety thing or people's houses, but they're really leaning into the bushfire thing. So, we can get them for the July the 4th and New Year's here in Texas, but I don't get any because our neighbor gets enough for the whole country. Yeah, that you wouldn't need to, would you? Just be like, I'll just wait and double check you getting some. Cool. All right. I'm just gonna sit here and have a front row seat from my house. Mm. Yeah, I don't know what other states, like I'm in Queensland, so I don't know what other states' rules are, but I do know they're illegal here. So yeah, yeah. We did stupid things as kids with fireworks. Say no more. Look, we used to make sparkler bombs. Do you guys like sparklers? Are like the long sticks that you light and they sparkle. Well, we would do stuff. I'm just realized I shouldn't go into the details of what I did. I was about to tell you exactly what we did. I was like, no, not on YouTube. Needless to say, we would remove it all off the sticks and do stuff with the powder. So yeah. Side question: who has an A10 Mini Pro? I'm looking at getting one for live streaming in the kitchen, but I don't know if it will work for what I want it to do. Call it a birthday gift for myself. So the A10 Mini, I don't have one, and the reason I didn't get one is because of what I wanted to do with mine. So for me, I like to do a lot of picture in picture. And the A10 Mini Pro wasn't able to do that as well as me being able to have it like here in Ecamm or something like that. So I'm like, what have I got set up here? And what's on my desk? I'll just move this notepad aside. But if I just go to one of my Thursday chats, this is a pretty common image for me. So it's my desk and my face. So everything's a mess and it's not all lined up because I didn't set it up. But and being able just to do that with my Stream Deck or just with my phone made life a lot easier for me. But in saying that, I have this camera, I have that camera, and I have another webcam just there. I've just recently pulled out a fourth camera, which I could still connect and plug into my computer. But I can do all that with the connections that I had. I didn't need the A10 Mini for that. And I was able to create the stream with the Stream Deck. You can use the actual physical Stream Deck, which is wired in, or you can use the Stream Deck app on your phone. So that if you're not near a button to press to change the scenes, then and you've just got your phone, you can just change them that way. And you can do that with Ecamm, with OBS, things like that. So for me personally, there was no need to also go and grab the A10 Mini as well for my personal use case. Now, where I see A10 Minis being super useful is if you want to set up, like for a start, if you don't have enough connections, and also the A10 Minis don't take webcams; they only take HDMI cameras. So, so having, well, I should clarify that when I was looking a couple of years ago, they couldn't take webcams; they could only take HDMI inputs. But yeah, it was not necessary for me with the equipment and the setup that I have. Whereas, like, if you just want to be able to just have like a separate shot that just appears from over here, think of like how Nick Nimmin used to run his with the automatic camera switching. That was all done through an A10 Mini. You can set up a macro so it does it automatically. So yeah, it's definitely an option there, but I didn't need it. I'm able to have all my stuff plugged into my computer, and then just, oh, that's our heart out, everybody. It's 10 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock. But yeah, I didn't need an A10 Mini for that, but I would have a look into the Stream Deck, utilizing a Stream Deck for camera switching. If someone else is going to be doing it for you, you can set that up straight through OBS. You don't need the A10 Mini for that. And you can also, rather than go out and buy a Stream Deck if you don't have one, you can grab the Stream Deck app for your phones. So if you've got an old phone, I set it up on old phones and an iPad. You can set that up that way and just test it out and work out, will this work for me? Pay for it like a month of the app to get like all the extra, like on an iPad, it's great because you can have like 64 buttons on one screen. You don't have to be moving backwards and forwards. And you can test to see if that works for you. But the A10 Mini might just be what you need. So I'm just going to go through the last of these. You have the Stream Deck, but not enough ports on the computer. And that's where the A10 minis do come in and help. I personally have added on, I've got an OWC hub and I bought the new Rode hub. I would show them to you, but I'm not set up to do that today. And I do have to run. I've got an appointment in about half an hour I have to get to. So the A10 minis are useful if you don't have enough HDMI ports for your cameras. But if you don't have cameras that are HDMI, that becomes an issue in itself. Livestream Consultant says they've got the original, works awesome if you need multiple camera angles and a singular input. Control everything with the Stream Deck. There you go. And that's it. That's the thing. You have one for the Stream Deck and one for the A10. That's the big advantage of the A10 is if you've got a lack of ports. I got extra ports. I bought hubs so that I don't have to worry about ports. I've got so many things I have to plug in. All right, my friends, I really appreciate you coming in and hanging out today. I hope you have an awesome, awesome rest of the weekend or start to your week, depending on where you are. I've got appointments this morning, and then this afternoon I'm off to go to the Apple store for my very first Genius Bar appointment. I'm a bit nervous, let's be honest. And I hope, you guys get everything sorted out. Oh yeah, are you ready for the humidity as you head out? It's yuck. We don't have the air cons on today because Tim's home from work and we don't need them apparently. I'm just dripping. All right, I will catch you all later. Be awesome, and same time next week. Maybe I'll have an actual topic that's YouTube related. Or not. Bye now.